your thought or take on the definition of motherhood for women today, what are some of the examples or the inspiring stories that we should look at from the past to enable us to do the right thing for our children?
Beautiful question. But why is motherhood becoming more difficult? Why is womentorship becoming more and more difficult nowadays? Because we see only our children as children. We don't see all children as our children. A true mother is one who sees all children as hers. And the minute you said motherhood, I was reminded of Kunti. Not because she raised 5 of her children, that is the Pandavas, from Yudhishthira to Nakula Sahadeva. In fact, Nakula and Sahadeva were sons of Madri. Still, they considered Kunti as her own mother. Not because she was just the mother of the Pancha Pandavas. One incident from Mahabharata, when I was hearing it from my guru, really touched me so much that I always thought, oh, Amma, na, this is motherhood. What is it? When they were away from Hastinapura, from Indraprastha, when they had to beg on the streets, literally, kings begging on the streets. When they had to leave to Ekachakra, they were in disguise, Ekachakrapuram. Even today they say it is in West Bengal. Ekachakrapuram, there was this Rakshasa, Asura, Bhakasura, everybody knows about Bhakasura. He was eating even humans. He used to barge into the village and eat men and women and children and ransack everything. So the village people came to a conclusion that they would themselves send a cart full, a load full of eatables along with one person from each family in rounds. When it was the time, when it was the round, when it was the particular time for that family where Kunti and the Pancha Pandavas were staying in disguise. They were they were almost staying in one very small place, and a very noble Brahmana had let it out for them free of cost, with no rent. It was their turn, and the whole family was discussing whom to send, whether the son or the father says, no, I will go. The mother says, no, I will go. The son says, no, both of you are, I have to take care of my parents. So he says, I have to take care of my parents. Today they will say, definitely you go. Instead of the old age home, I'll send you to Bakasura's mouth. Less cost for me. So they were fighting, and then Kunti barges in and she asks, what is the fight about? I've never seen you all fighting. It's not about a fight. This is the situation and we have to send a person. Immediately Kunti says, I will send my son. Just see, she comes as a guest. The first thing, she need not interfere or poke her nose and ask, and why are all of you weeping and crying and fighting over what is the issue? Adi ketrika venda. First thing, very magnanimous of her to have asked that. And the second thing, she says, you need not go. I will send my son. I have 5 sons. It's okay if I lose one. Look at that. That is motherhood, because she considered herself as the mother of that child where she was staying. She was the mother of that child also. Right. So she says, I will send one of my sons. And she sends, not just talking, she sends Bhima. Of course, he comes back after Bakasura na chapati mawa pesanji. He makes Bakasura into a dove. He comes back. But the point is, she sent her child. Today, we want only our children. We think our children are very precious. So we buy them everything even before our child asks. iPhones, smartwatches and iPads. Then cars, very cozy cars. If children grow up without seeing any difficulty in their lives, without seeing struggle in their life, how do you think they will know what is good and what is bad? Yeah. They will never be able to discriminate it at all. Motherhood is something which really tells the children, which mentors the children to discriminate what is right and what is bad.
Right. It prepares them for real life.
Reality, to face the challenges in life. The mothers should know to say no, KNOW, to say NO to their children if something that they ask is lavish.
It doesn't even have to be lavish if it's not a need.
If it's not a need. Exactly.
So that
it's not a
is,
need. Exactly.
A lot of times, me included, sometimes we just give in to the
Why?
whimsical fancies because that moment we just want to let go. That I feel sometimes, unless we as parents don't make that effort to do the conscious parenting,
Exactly.
we slip into easy ways because the shortcuts are many today.
Correct. If you don't have time, you just hand over a phone to the child and then get away because you want something else. You want to do something else.
And that goes back to what we were talking. It's about putting our priorities lower
Exactly.
than what is important.
That's what our mothers did. Our mothers were all very well educated.
Absolutely.
But they sacrificed a lot. My mother, she was a postgraduate in chemistry, MSc chemistry.
Wow.
Organic chemistry. She was a professor in the same Trichy College, SRCC, Talakshmi Ramaswamy College. And even after that, but still, when she had children, you need to prioritize. I'm not saying all of us have to give up all our dreams or sacrifice everything. It's not possible, and of course, that's not going to give us satisfaction also. Correct. Why am I here? Why are you here? We have our own higher goals and noble purposes. But we need to equally consider that our children are our investments. We need to bring them like another Chhatrapati Shivaji, if not Chhatrapati Shivaji, at least as noble citizens, if not as Chhatrapatis, as noble citizens of our country.